like home brewing?
Since about 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how most people in the craft, well, not most, but a good majority of people in the craft world get started, through home brewing. So, yeah, got started that way and fell in love with it.
So are you from around this area?
So I've been here 16 years.
Okay.
We're originally from Florida.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, as you know, we're brothers.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I've been here 16 years.
So it's specifically in Baltimore?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I live now, my wife, and 2 children, we live north of the city.
Okay.
And I live actually right here, Patterson Park.
Oh, cool. Me too. I just moved down here 4 months ago.
Nice.
Love it. So I guess you assumed so reading online, you're at Peabody doing like a contracting,
Yep.
I don't know what necessarily would be called, but contract brewing there?
Yep.
We rent tank space. We go
Right.
in, utilize their brew house, utilize their fermenters, their breaks, their packaging line.
Okay, cool.
Right now.
So how's that experience been? And so I guess my question really is like, why did you choose Baltimore? And I guess because you live here, and then you found Peabody. Is that a common thing where they do with craft brewers to like contract out space in the...
No.
I never hadn't heard of that before. I thought it was pretty cool.
So, I mean, it's not uncommon, but I wouldn't say it's the common path, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So, I mean, one of your questions was why Baltimore. So,
Yeah.
obviously, this is our city. My children are born here. This is where we're raising them. We love Baltimore, and it was critical for us to be in the city. And so, there's a lot going on here. When you think about, the craft beer scene, obviously it's been growing, starting with like Brewers Art,
Right.
who's celebrating 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's one of the first places I had what I would say phenomenal craft beer.
Okay.
Right? I think my first craft beer ever was way back when, Sierra Nevada or Anchor Steam. I can't remember which one, but locally, Brewers Art, like I said, for 20 years has been doing phenomenal work. And then you have others like, Union and Heavy Seas, and all these are all really phenomenal breweries. So it was fantastic. We liked what was going on. We wanted to be part of it. There's a massive, obviously, when you think about kind of local makers and the local restaurants and things like that, Baltimore's got a phenomenal scene. So
Right.
we were excited just to be part of it. So
That's awesome. Because so what my magazine is just about Highlandtown. And so I actually interviewed Snake Hill.
which is, this place is
Randy,
fantastic.
yeah, I know. Yeah, so it was funny when I was emailing you. You're like, "Do we need to Snake Hill?" I'm like, "Going there tonight." So yeah, I'll just come back. So I've interviewed Randy. I guess 2 weeks ago, and that was like my first article, and that was kind of the cool part about it. He moved in like right down the street 10 years ago, and he was just like, "I love this area," and he was just telling me just the history of it, in which I obviously Wikipedia, but it was kind of cool to hear it from him as well. And like right next door, this was a brewery, and then down like where Gunther was.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a brewery, and now it's an apartment
Not too
complex.
far off of Haven where we
Right,
are.
and
There's
so-
a brewery. Yeah.
Right, and so when it's kind of simultaneously found about Monument, I was like, that's so cool that kind of this area was a brewing town, and Baltimore in general, but this area specifically.
Brewers Hill, yeah.
Right,
Brewers
and
Hill,
so
yeah.
then you guys are like kind of bringing it back, which I just thought was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's obviously people before us. We like this area for a number of reasons. I mean, obviously Matt lives
I live
right
here.
there.
You can walk to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't though. He should. He should, but he doesn't.
I'll put my tires up on my bike and ride there. But
There
yeah,
you go.
I'm just on Elwood, so it's...
Yeah, I'm on Elwood too, actually. I
So-
moved into the old apartment,
You guys are in the same
high school.
building.
We're in the
Oh,
same
really?
one, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
So we're there.
Yeah, I love
But
it.
it's a half mile from there.
Yeah.
You can't get much closer. And it was actually, as we were looking at the different areas of Baltimore City, always saying in the city, this one just kind of stuck out to us, and we were happy that we were able to get into that space.
Right.
And I just lucked out that I live right here. So.
Yeah. If you,
Actually, Matt's like, hey, we should really take
hey,
this
no,
one.
it was just good.
It was a good area. It's
but
It's a good neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
an exciting time to be here too.
yeah.
So, what was the space before you were turning into a brewery?
So I think it was empty.
It was completely empty. Okay.
Well, there was stuff
Well,
in it, but there was no
Okay.
occupant.
Gotcha.
I think historically, so I
Oh,
think
man.
it started.
The history
and
is-
don't quote us on this because we're getting this from like
Sure.
We get
multiple
it,
places
Well, we get it piecemeal a little bit
Yeah.
from everyone who's around.
as
the
we
area,
try to
but-
research. So
But it's like originally a furniture store. This
Okay.
is what I keep hearing. Originally a furniture store. The train tracks used to come in right behind. They would unload right into it.
Oh, cool.
And then it was a macaroni factory. Then it made mayonnaise. And then it made cardboard boxes.
yeah,
Wow.
And that's what I'm hearing about the history. But the building's over 100 years old.
Okay,
yeah. I think
cool.
they started construction in 1905-ish.
And that was the first building that they built in that complex where Baltimore dead ends into Haven Street.
Yeah.
It was the first one, and then they kept adding to it. So as you kind of walk into the buildings, you can see, hey, this was the original, where all the old windows were on the outside,
Yeah.
they're all bricked up now, and they just added more
Yeah.
buildings to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's different types of construction as
Yes.
the
Thank
construction
you, sir.
differs from building to
Thank you.
building because they were all built in such different times.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting. Help yourself to some fries.
Oh no, I'm okay. Thank you though. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna pause this first.